Good morning, good morning. Just good morning. Just let me make sure that everything is all right. Ooh, I haven't had my email yet. It's always worrying when I haven't had my email. Oh, no, there it goes. Yes, we're live. Hello. I've just realised I've got almost no makeup on. I need to go to the supermarket first thing in the morning makeup on. So apologies if I'm looking a little pallid. But there we go. It's only with you guys. You don't mind, so that's all right. So, it's Friday. It's 11:25 in the morning in the UK. South Oxfordshire's weather report for today is slightly cloudy, breeze. Hello, Judith. It's a little chilly, but it's supposed to be getting getting better sort of day, according to the forecast. At the moment, my computer is saying mostly cloudy, 15 degrees, but we're supposed to end up with sunny intervals, a moderate breeze, and 17 degrees. No, 18 degrees. Whoa! Balmy. I mean, certainly for the UK at the moment, that is balmy. I'm still keeping an eye on what's happening next Saturday, not tomorrow, but the week after, because that's when I'm going to an open-air pop concert. Woo! Hello, Kay from Kansas. 5:25 a.m. Kay, are you up early or are you an early starter? My husband would be up at 5:25 in the morning because he's an early riser. That said, he has a snooze after he has brunch rather than breakfast and lunch, and then he goes back to bed for an hour. About now, actually. So yes. 5:25 in the morning is just no. I used to do that when I was working. My alarm was set for 5:30 in the morning because I wanted to be in the City of London before 8 o'clock in the morning. Otherwise, trying to get in at that anything later was just like playing sardines. But happily, I don't do that anymore. But it was a 2-hour commute, so you know. Hey. It's happened, it's gone. I'm now doing this instead, which is amazing. Always up at this time, makes time for coffee. Absolutely, I've had my 2 cups. Hello, Shaz. Hope the improvement is still going the way you want it. So today, sorry for those of you where it's crack of sparrow, today is World Cocktail Day. Who knew? I didn't, but I got an email from it was a marketing email saying happy World Cocktail Day. So let's embrace cocktails. And I'm also embracing one of my least favourite papers. I'm going to have to cough. Should have brought some water over. It's hay fever. Don't worry, it's hay fever. I'm allergic to tree pollen of all things. Who knew? So I suppose I ought to do that horrible, boring bit of, hello, I'm a UK-based Stampin' Up! Demonstrator working across the UK, France, Germany, Austria and the Netherlands. This is my job. I enjoy doing it, but this is my job, so you need to be aware that this is my job. If you want any Stampin' Up! Products and you are in the UK, France, Germany, Austria or the Netherlands, I would be delighted if you would like to shop with me. Right. Or indeed, join my team with the amazing, mind-blowingly amazing current joining offer, where you get an extra £60+ of in-colour products over and above the normal joining offer. Right, I've done that bit. Okay, so I was very honest about the fact that I really don't like the Butterfly Kisses paper, or indeed the sweet. I'm not really into bright coloured butterflies that are not proper butterflies. I love butterflies, but not cartoonesque butterflies. I don't know why, but I'm not. However, not all of the papers feature butterflies, and they certainly don't feature butterflies on both sides. So as I was cutting up paper and sorting it out for the product shares that I'm hoping will go out this afternoon, probably be tomorrow morning if I'm honest with myself, I was looking at the back sides of the paper and I kind of went, oh, why didn't I order a full pack for me? But anyway, so that's what I'm playing with today. I'm going to flip the camera down and try not to say so at the beginning of every sentence. Right, so camera flipped down, and let me show you the paper. Now, bearing in mind that for me the texture sheet was like heaven on a piece of paper, this is really quite not me. I think you might understand that. I mean, as I say, the back side's loving, but the A sides, not so much. I could just about deal with that one. In fact, I think I prefer the A side of that than the B side. Just me. This one I love. This is one of the ones we're going to be using today. This one I love. We're going to be using that too. Don't like that side at all. Don't like that side either. Sorry. I do like this. Not a fan of this. Not really a fan of this, like this. No, yes. Yes, yes. So I am looking at the paper again because the paper actually is nice and bright and colourful, and it doesn't have to feature butterflies. And today it's going to feature cocktails. So I've dug out one of the carryover items, well actually two, so the Nothing's Better Than, which was Connie Stewart's $1 Million Achiever stamp set, and the matching Love You More Than Dies. And I'm using from the new catalogue the In Colour Glimmer paper. I'm not surprised, Judith. It is, I think it's got its place. I think it's perfect for younger people's projects. And I waved goodbye to being a younger person quite some years ago. So I have die cut out of, this is the Starry Sky, I must give you the colours. This is the Starry Sky glimmer paper. So the colours are Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, Fresh Freesia, Parakeet Party, Starry Sky. So this I have die cut Love You More Than Cocktails out of Love You More Than Cocktails out of the Starry Sky glimmer paper. Let me grab the glimmer paper, which I stupidly put back. So the glimmer paper is ombre. So let me, this is an almost full pack, so it's going to be a nightmare to get out and then put back in again. I might have to just give it a new pack. So the glimmer papers are, let me bring out one of each. So that's the Sweet Sorbet. This is Parakeet Party. Get your sunglasses on. Gorge. Just saying. Gorge. Love it. Then we have Tahitian Tide. Starry Sky. And I said it correctly. Woo. Oasis Orchid. Also correct. Phew. So those are the glimmer papers. They're that lovely, it's trapped glitter. So none of that flaking off malarkey. But they are gorgeous. The Parakeet Party is very, very bright. It has, I was going to say less ombre. It doesn't. It's just doesn't look as ombre. It's as ombre, but doesn't look as ombre. But there you are. Those are all the lovely ombre glimmer papers. So I've die cut the words out of Starry Sky. And I put the adhesive sheet on the back. I'll do that later. So I put the adhesive sheet on the back, and without actually thinking about it, I also die cut out of the Sweet Sorbet, thinking that Sweet Sorbet was one of the colours. It's not. It's Calypso Coral. But I'm going with Sweet Sorbet anyway, because if I grab the two papers that I'm using, it actually works perfectly fine with either of them. Probably use this one for the Sweet Sorbet, because it's, I think, going to stand out better. And then I will have the Starry Sky on this one. So I've cut 2 1/8 of an inch, I think. Or was it slightly more than that? I cut so that I've got a nice full piece left for if I want to do the whole card front. So let me see. These are 2 1/4 inches wide, which means I've got 3 3/4 inches left, which is really perfect for the top layer of a double layer that goes on a card front. For those of you using international A4 paper, it's not going to work quite so well for those of you in the US, I'm afraid. You'll just have to have a wider margin around your other piece of paper. So that's what I must stop saying so at the beginning of every sentence. That is what I have already prepared. I have mounted my two stamps that I'm going to be using, and I'm going to be stamping on the inside of the card. Whoa! Who knew? Right, so I'm not going to give away everything that I'm doing just yet. I have a piece of white card which I'm going to use to stamp my cocktail on. So I've got my cocktail mounted up, and I'm going to use Memento ink and stamp twice because I need a cocktail on the front of each. In fact, I might do more than one. I may do more than one on the front of one of the cards. I might do 3 because I like odd numbers. So I need 4 cocktails. So let's be honest here. Who likes this paper with the butterflies? I mean, when you looked at it and saw the butterflies, did you go, yes, love the butterflies, or not? I mean, Judith doesn't, she's been honest with me. She's with me. She doesn't particularly like the butterflies. So who likes the butterflies? Right, now I am going to grab some colours. So Starry Sky we know we've got. Calypso Coral we know we've got. There isn't a Crushed Curry. We've got Parakeet Party, which I keep forgetting because it doesn't fit in my in-colour stack. Oh, Fresh Freesia. Fresh Freesia. Okay, right, so here we go again. I've said it again. I'm going to do limes on the edge of the cocktails, and all of the cocktails are going to have limes. This is light Parakeet Party. So every single image is going to have a light Parakeet Party or a Parakeet Party slice of citrus. So no one else going to share what they thought about the Hello Helen from Pennsylvania. I have to think about the abbreviations. So yes, I'm asking who liked the Butterfly Kisses paper when they first saw it and before they realised it had lovely B-sides. Or were you with me going, really? Really? Now, you will have noticed that I have not brought in Sweet Sorbet. I might bring in Sweet Sorbet Light, because I think that I might get away with that next to Calypso Coral. I think I might do a test on that, but otherwise I'll go Calypso Coral for everything. So this is light Sweet Sorbet. She's quite bright. So let's see what that looks like. I think it'll work on that one. And I think that one will be the one with the 3 cocktails. So I'm going to do light. Butterfly Kisses paper is pretty. Says Helen. Annette says not a lover of the Butterfly DSP. Excellent. I'm with you on that one. As I say, I'm just, yeah. It's the fact that they're cartoon and not natural. I like my butterflies natural. So I like that big background stamp, which I actually have two of because I cut one up into individual butterflies. Butterfly Brilliance, is it? I think. Because that has proper butterflies. But I have embraced the back of the butterfly paper. Right, so I've done my three umbrellas for the one that's going to have 3. I'm not going to have any more Calypso Coral on any, Sweet Sorbet on any, but that at least means I can bring that colour into the, because I've die cut in that colour. Right, okay, so I am going to, actually I might go Fresh Freesia for the umbrella on the singleton. So let's go dark Fresh Freesia, and then I'm going to make a cocktail. Haven't had a cocktail for a long time. Used to drink a lot of them. I used to go in my youth. There was a pub we used to go to after work that had happy hour. Hello, Nora. And happy hour actually lasted for 2 hours, which was great. And Singapore Gin Sling. They did a particular Singapore Gin Sling. It was gorgeous. Just saying. I might actually Fresh Freesia back because I'm not convinced that Starry Sky is going to be a particularly good colour for a cocktail. I might be able to work it in. What I am going to grab is light soft sea foam because that makes a very good base to your glass. So, and it's a bit of a, I almost think of this as a neutral because it just means that you've got colour on your glass. I'm not going to colour any of the rest of the glass with it, just the base. Okay, so that's the base. Now, let's have a look at these colours. I'm thinking something along the lines of a, oh, what do they call it? Something sunlight, sunset. Can't remember. Anyway, but faded. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure we have the right colours for that. I might be able to. I might busk it and see what happens. Oh, no, 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 not using Starry Sky. No, 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 no. Might be able to bring in dark Daffodil Delight. That will work. Right, okay. This is going to be a pretty mind-blowing cocktail, which I'm only going to make one of the particularly mind-blowing ones. So I'm starting with dark Fresh Freesia at the base of my glass. Then I'm going to have light Fresh Freesia. Which I'll blend in. Then I'm going to have light Calypso Coral. And then I'm going to have dark Calypso Coral. I'm going to save my yellow for here. And then just blend that in. Hello, Helen from Michigan. So blend that a bit. So that's my kind of, wow, cocktail. Now, if you've got patience, I don't, and time, ditto, I would be tempted for something like this to use, what do we call it? The fine tip glue, because then you can get it all nice and glossy. So if you have lots of time to spare, that might be a thing to do. Now, all of these are going to be really in your face. So we're going for dark parakeet, then light parakeet, and then daffodil delight. I might see whether I need to bring in light daffodil delight as well, but we're going to start with dark parakeet party. Because I can't let World Cocktail Day go by without... Oh, I need to be a bit over this way, don't I? Without, you know, making cocktails. Oh, that's not even. Oh, it'll be fine. I'll make that one the middle, because that one's the one that's not particularly even. Yeah. That one's even more not even. Blend that into the base. I'm going to bring out light daffodil delight and see if I can go light daffodil delight, dark daffodil delight. I'm just going over the parakeet party dark with the light just to make sure that blend is really good. So tomorrow, I must stop starting sentences with so. Tomorrow is the beginning of the virtual incentive trip. I would rather it was the beginning of the incentive trip, but no, don't know that adds anything. I might just do a quick layer. I have no idea how the virtual incentive trip is going to go. It's my first incentive trip, so I would very much rather be on a cruise ship in the Caribbean, frankly. But I'm not. And I have to say, our box of goodies, can't share what's in it yet, other than to say, wow. Yeah. Very spoilt. So they've sent us the... Is it so again? They have sent us the pillow gifts that we would have got had we been on the cruise. But we can't share what they are until after, I want to say the 14th? Today being yes, so tomorrow we can start sharing what the gifts are, because we want to make sure that everybody gets as much of a surprise as possible. So that's our cocktails. Let me pop these away. And I'm now going to be doing quite a lot of die cutting of cocktail glasses. So I'll get my baby out, put those out of the way. But yes, sadly I don't think I'm going to be making it to the Baltic cruise, assuming it goes ahead, given what's going on in the Baltic area at the moment. But yeah, at the moment I am not on plan for earning this year's trip. Right, where's the cocktail? There it is. I might get my first $100,000 of sales, but at the moment not so much on the earning the trip. But the good side of this being virtual rather than real, my husband won't fly. He finds it boring. It's not that he's scared of it, he just finds the whole process boring. And I have to say I don't disagree. It's not the most stimulating way to spend time. So that's what they look like. However, turn that over because it's beginning to bow. So I would have taken my niece with me had we been going, and she, bless her, was very excited about going. She's an amazing young lady. She studied biological sciences at the University UCL, University College London. She did a master's in biological sciences, which is not an easy degree. And she's passed with, reasonable marks, given that quite a lot of the course was during COVID. She actually works as a Instagram social influencer and is doing so well. I mean, she is an amazingly attractive young lady. Her Instagram handle is ultra sophisticate. And I want to say the Kate is spelt C-A-T-E. But if you look up ultra sophisticate, she is my niece, and she is doing such a lot of work. So yes, so she would have come with me had we been going on the cruise. My husband would have stayed at home, much happier with his garden than being on a plane, or indeed on a large cruise ship. And instead of that, because we got a payout, we are going on a ridiculously expensive, for what it is, but fun, trip on a Pullman train. It's only a day trip. It's not using all of the money, I would hasten to add. But yes, so we're going on a Pullman train with food. Fine dining. And it runs from, one of the pickup points is our local station, so it's epic. Right, okay, so let me bring in my card bases and mats. Actually, I'm gonna tease you a bit longer. I'm going to bring in my white for the inside of the cards, and I'm going to do one with Starry Sky and one with Crushed Curry. Gosh, you're being so quiet this morning. I'm obviously blethering so much that you're being quiet. So this I'm stamping because adulting is hard on the inside. So that's Calypso. No, it's not. That's Crushed Curry. And if I clean that, I can then stamp it in Starry Sky. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, what I'm tempting you with, do let me have a thumbs up. And if you would like to share, that's lovely too. You can share just generally, or Pinterest, or wherever you want. That would be lovely. If you're watching on the replay, if you've got any questions, you can leave those below the description box, which is below the video. So those are my inserts, and this is my first. I'm going to trim this down, but so this is my first card. I'm using Starry Sky as my background, or my card base, and that's the front because it's slightly longer. Parakeet Party, and then this. So this is the one that I'm going to do 3 cocktails across, and we're going to use the Sweet Sorbet die cuts. And what I might actually just do is love cocktails, because adulting's hard. Don't have to do the more than. Right, okay. Adhesive, there it is. So this is Seal. I'm going to go all the way down the side, just a bit across the middle, all the way down the side, and a bit across the middle. And the idea is that this is in the middle, left to right, and I'm going to have it slightly up from halfway. And the reason I do that is because if you're not going to go exactly in the middle, if you're not going to go exactly in the middle, please don't go in the middle at all. Just doesn't look right. But also, if you're going to have a wider part, it's better to have it at the bottom. Think of a Polaroid camera. Now, as I've just said, if you're not going to put it in the middle, please don't put it in the rough middle. So I'm going to go there, because that is the middle. And I'm going to go just very slightly up from the base, because this is slightly longer than a card front on International A4 card. It would be quite a bit longer if you're in North America. Soup making, Lorna, that sounds good, particularly as it's not particularly warm at the moment. But yes, this is not scheduled, obviously. Right, I'm just going to gently kind of place that and just make sure that it's central, and square would be nice. Because this is intentionally in the center, I need it to be in the center. Yes, I've been having soup for lunch for what seems like months. I'm looking forward to the point where it's warm enough that I don't hanker soup for lunch. I have to say mine is not homemade soup. Just saying, not homemade soup. Sorry, something just came in that looked a bit odd, and it's fine. Right, that's for the other card. These are for this one. So I think I'm going to go like that. Come on. And then that one's going to pop up in the middle. Right. Okay, is that right? What I am going to do, because I am a sad person, is... Hello, Gwen from North Carolina. Not late to the party at all. Unscheduled is never therefore late. Even if it's a scheduled live, it's not late. Right, I'm going to pop that there so that I've got a straight line to put my cocktails on, because I am that sad. I need things to be straight or crooked. Don't mind which, just don't want them something in between. And I'm just going to pop that, the edge of that glass, the base of that glass, on the edge of the paper. And then I'll do the same with this one, but this side. Press that down. So just a little bit of liquid adhesive. And again, base, the right hand edge of the glass is against the edge of the... Ooh, would be if I didn't squish it. There we go. Whew. Press those down. And then dimensionals, that's small and large. Oh, is that going to fit in there? No, it's too big. But it will fit there. And then I can have a small one there and a small one there. And I need a little bit just for the bottom. What have I got? Oh, I've still got some edge. I generally use the edge before I use the middles of my minis. And I cut them into little strips. So they are great for just little bits This might be too big. Well, too long. There we go. Right. Actually, oh no, I'm not finished with the glue. Oh no, I think I am finished with the glue. So I better put its lid back on. So this will go between the two. Oops, straight please. Yep. Did I actually take the sticky off? No, didn't take the sticky off the bottom. Ah. Love this stamps. Oh, I've missed. So Penny says, love this set and not used it much. Helen says, love this stamp set, I've used it quite a lot. Lorna says, those tea rulers are underrated, absolutely. Use yours all the time. Helen was thinking the same thing, she needs to get one. They are really inexpensive and they are brilliant. This one comes with inches and centimetres and they all start at this end, which is just perfect. Right, so Love Cocktails is what we're going to have on this one. So I'm going to have the cocktails down there and I'm going to make sure that I don't have, let me show you this because this is one of my pet peeves. If you've got a word that is open, like an A, don't have the line in the middle of the letter. Let me find my zoom and show you what I mean. There's my zoom. It's not a very good zoom because it's very, very close, but don't have the join in the middle of the letter. Have it to one side or the other. Pet peeve. It's not quite so bad with small words, but with larger words. No, don't do it. Right, now, these are going to be very, very wibbly because they're very, very fine. So I like to pop down the middle and then the sides, but I want it straight. I need to get my ruler. So I'm basically lining it up with the bottom of my parakeet party. And I'm going to have the A on the paper. Pop the K and the T down, and then I can feed everything else from there. Now the S and the C do come slightly down, that's fine. It's a script, not a whatever the opposite of script is, except I've now got a tiny bit of Starry Sky peeking through onto the S, so I'm going to bring the S back up a bit. And then, so this has got adhesive sheet on the back, and I'm just going to have Love Cocktails because adulting is hard. On this, and this colour isn't in the paper. This I'm going to have coming down a bit. No, I'll have it all on the paper, I think. No, all on the paper. And this is a shorter word, so it's slightly easier to manipulate. And again, with my bone folder, just gently make sure that that's stuck down. And I'm going to use the, because adulting is hard in Starry Sky, for no other reason than I can. But yes, for those of you who joined later, today is World Cocktail Day. Woohoo! Don't think cocktails go with pizza. Oh, maybe cocktails do go with pizza. I'm having pizza for supper tonight, so. And I may have to bring in an embellishment. So that's our first card. What's particularly good is we've got plain white there and plain white at the top. Not planned, just happened that way. Right, okay. So this time, let's fold my card base in half-ish. That's rubbish. So again, Starry Sky card base, Parakeet Party matte layer. I think I need a new blade. Lots of paper cutting has been going on. This time I'm going to go long and narrow. And this time we are just going to have one cocktail and love you more than, actually, because adulting is hard doesn't make any sense as the inside of that card. Love you more than cocktail. You make everything better will be better. So love you more than cocktails, you make everything better. So I'm going to use that instead on the emergency side of the paper. You make everything better. I don't think I've used this stamp. Zoom question mark. Zoom as in I've got a zoom camera, Nora. Not Zoom. Just... Oh, I'm on Zoom still. Ah, thank you, Nora. Thank you. Pip. Oh, thank you. Didn't come out of Zoom. Thank you. Is it just me or most of the pics off the camera? Yes, Barbara, it's because I was on Zoom. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're not centered, Liz. You mean because of Zoom? Yes, I didn't come off Zoom. That's what the problem was. Whoops. Thank you, people. We should be back on track now. See, if I must use these rinky-dink fancy things, so you make everything better, makes more sense. You guys make everything better because you pick me up when I'm going wrong. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it's because I stayed on Zoom and I shouldn't have done. Right, so we're going to have love you more than cocktails, you make everything better. Makes sense. As does having the camera in the right position. Lordy, lordy. Right. Okay. Going to need to guess the centre, which isn't going to be as easy this time. Right. Yes, I know what I'm doing. Right. Adhesive all the way down the side. A little bit in the middle, because that's going to be covered. And now I need to try and get this as centered as possible, but up from the bottom. A bit more up from the bottom, I think. Sorry about that, peeps. Thank you, Nora. Like a thumbs up in more ways than one. And this is going to be measured. Just saying. I'm sorry, I really don't like the back of this paper. Can't like everything in the catalogue. There's got to be something I'm not a great fan of, and this is it. I like the other side. I like at least one side of each of the papers, and that is perfect, because that means I can use the whole of a pack of paper. Because you only have to like one side. Okay, so... No, I'm going to have to go down the middle. Whew. Could you feel me holding my breath while I was putting that piece of paper down? Might as well put the middle in now. Then it's done. We can get the Because Adulting's Hard covered up. I do like the fact that Stampin' Up! Make this very special paper that has two sides, so if you go wrong on one side, you can turn it over and do it on the other side. This is the side I like, yes, and it's the side you like too. Yeah, Helen, it's, as I say, so long as you like at least one side of each of the patterns, you're golden. Sorry, this is not quite in the right place. Let me just twist that off. If you are ever I know I say this more than once, if you're ever taking something off that has partially stuck down, it's much easier to get it off if you twist rather than pull. You're less likely to damage any of the card. Okay, so I'm just going to place that. It will go on dimensionals, obvs. That's going to go there. And love you. Ooh. This is going to be interesting, fitting my cocktail in. Then more cocktails. Oh. Okay, I'm going to put my words down and then I'm going to decide where I'm going to put my cocktail, if that makes sense. I might have to pop it to one side, which is fine, but I know where I want my words, so that's a kind of given. Okay, again, you can hear the concentration. Right, I will push that down with my bone folder momentarily. So I have the Look for Love on the Parakeet Party. Love. Oh, it's blowy. There's blue sky peeking through, but it's blowy. It's not perfectly visible, but with the blue, but it's fine. Don't know why I took that one off first, because that's not the one I want next. I want than next. And then I've already taken the backing off that. Oh, now I'm going to have to bring than down more. Can you sense the concentration? It needs to go up. Phew. And now all we have to do is fit the cocktail in, which is going to go on dimensionals. It's going to have to go off to the side. That's fine. Or will it fit in? Ooh, it'll fit in between the ascenders and only have a little bit coming up. Right, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. So, one there. Then we need little bits. Where are my scissors? Where are my scissors? There they are, hiding. You're being very quiet again. It always worries me when you're quiet, because I wonder if you've gone away, which is fine. Watching me craft isn't necessarily the most stimulating thing of the day, but it just worries me. I worry that I've become Billy No Mates. Okay. What colour is the cardstock? The base is Starry Sky. It's one of the new in colours, Nora. And I even said it correctly. So it's Starry Sky, Parakeet Party. The Starry Sky is just amazing as a colour. I did a colour comparison. I just absorbed. I did a colour comparison earlier this week, Nora, so if you want to have a look at that, it will be on replay. Right, so those are my... Did I put it in the middle? Yes, I did. 2 cards, but I haven't finished. I wonder who's going to be able to guess what's going on next. Judith is still here. Remember, I've got these polished dots that are in the mini. I'm going to put some polished dots on my cocktails because these little circles here are made for the polished dots. These are not carrying over to the annual catalogue. I think, I'll look it up in a moment, I think I am right in saying that the retiring list, as in what's going to be discounted and what isn't on the mini, the retiring mini, I think is later this month, but let me just check that for you. Actually, I don't want that. I want bum bum bum. Oh, it's not in the diary. How odd. Okay, let's see if it's there instead. Happening now. Catalogue. Right. Period ends. Yes, we know it ends. It doesn't say when the retirement list's going out, but it's normally the same day that the new catalogue is available for demonstrators, so I'm thinking that it's probably the 25th of the month, but please don't hold me to that because I can't find the date at the moment. Now, if anyone likes the punches, shiny things, I can't think of a better way to start my day than watching you create. Oh, thank you, Sherry. So yes, I think it's the 25th of May that we'll get the retirement list from the mini. And I mean, we know what's retiring because it's anything that isn't in the annual catalogue. But not everything will be discounted. Not everything will be discounted in every region. But I think it's going to be the 25th of May. As I say, please don't hold me to that. That will go live. And as soon as the retirement list is available, I will do a catalogue walkthrough, obvs. But if you want any of the punches, they are now back in stock in Europe. I say back in stock. So these are the annual catalogue punches that were late. They are now available. The new insulated tumbler with Stamping Up on in each of the new ink colours, they are now available in Europe, and those are available for customers and demonstrators, so they're available on my online store. The hoodies are still delayed. The new grid paper looks as if it's live, but I tried to add it to an order last night and it said so I'm going to try again this morning, but it looks as if it's live. So if you want the new in colour grid paper in Europe and you're not buying the new starter kit, which is otherwise the only way to get it, I think that is now available, the new grid paper, but I don't know because I haven't tried this morning, but last night it went right, so those are my 2 cards. So we've got 3 cocktails there. Love cocktails because adulting is hard, makes sense. Love you more than cocktails. You make everything better, also makes sense. So yes, shiny things, Lorna. Have to have shiny things. So we've got Glimmer paper and the polished dots. I am now going to flip the camera up so I can see you properly. It always amuses me because I can't see you properly. You can see me properly, but not the other way around. So a way to use those papers that you maybe don't love, but if you've got them, it is, you know, doesn't shout butterflies at you. Thank you, Lorna. They're bright and jolly. And yeah, bright and jolly on a Friday, always a good way to start the weekend. Thank you very much indeed for joining me today. A thumbs up is always appreciated. If you've got any questions and you're on the replay, please put those below the description bar. If you've got any other comments and you're watching live, pop those in the chat now. I am dreadfully behind with replying to comments. Thank you, Annette. But I will try and catch up once I've got product shares. I've packed the thank you kits for last month. I've packed the In Colour Club. I've cut the product share, first release product share, and I've got to pack that, and I've also got to cut, pack and record the videos for the Waves of Ocean class. Once I've done all of those, I'll be a very happy girl. Just saying. It's going to be a frenetic few days. Anyway, thank you very much indeed. Have a fantastic rest of your day. I will be recording a Simple Stamping Saturday ready for tomorrow. That will be live at 8 o'clock tomorrow. I may not go live tomorrow because I have got a little bit to do. But I will definitely go live on Monday, and then my usuals on any given week are 11 o'clock UK time Tuesday morning, 3 o'clock UK time Thursday afternoon, but I will be going live Monday through to Friday definitely next week, and I'll be telling you what we're getting up to on our virtual incentive trip. Whoop, whoop. Thank you very much indeed. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye bye.